we still faithful. I'ma put it all on the table. We forever faithful. Yeah, we still faithful.
Here's what I think will happen if they don't land Robert Saleh, because you have Jeff Ulbrich, who's the next logical guy in line, right? According to guys like Matt Mayoko and others, Jeff Ulbrich is the big popular name if the Niners don't land Robert Saleh. But you know what I'm thinking might happen if they don't get him? Because all these other defensive coordinators are interviewing for other jobs and may very well end up elsewhere before Robert Saleh makes a decision. I think the 49ers contingency plan at defensive coordinator, if they don't get Robert Saleh, is Brandon Staley, your assistant head coach, the guy that nobody wanted. The Chargers fired him. His reputation really couldn't be lower than it is. And I feel like that's the Niners contingency plan. That's why they're not in a rush to interview all these candidates, because they know, if we don't get Saleh, we already have Staley in-house. He knows how we like to do things. He's already been here. He has a relationship with the players. He comes from a defensive background. He kind of matches what we like to do. I feel like that's kind of the safe assumption. If Robert Saleh isn't the guy at defensive coordinator, I think we might have Brandon Staley on our hands. And I think that would be a very 49er thing to do after the offseason that we had last year, where they offered that defensive coordinator job to several top candidates, only to settle on Nick Sorensen when no one wanted to come here. And so it feels like if the Niners get left at the altar by Robert Saleh, I think Brandon Staley might be your guy. And I think you might have 49er fans picketing in front of the headquarters down in Santa Clara if that's the case. I don't know. And then Barrows, he had one little last tidbit that I want to read here. He said, I don't know what Saleh would pick if he had multiple defensive coordinator position openings. I know that he's got a strong relationship with Kyle Shanahan. And like I said, I know the 49ers have made a strong offer. It's supposed to be top of the market. Will it be at the end of the cycle? I don't know. But the point was that it was supposed to be a strong offer to signal to him that they really want him back here. So the Niners are doing all that they can. They're pulling out all the stops. They're doing everything they can to bring Robert Saleh back, guys. And you know what the thing that I was thinking about with that, right? If they don't land Robert Saleh, the excuses that you're going to hear are, the Niners tried really hard and they offered him the highest salary ever for a defensive coordinator, guys. The Niners really, really, really tried. Give us some credit. That's why you're hearing that report from Matt Barrows, because the Niners want you to hear that. The Niners want you to know that they're trying to offer Robert Saleh the highest salary ever for a defensive coordinator, because if they don't get him, it'll make them look a little less foolish, right? That's how I look at it. That's why these things leak out. That's why the beat reporters say certain things, because the team wants them to. The team gives them this information, knowing they'll report it. And that way, when they come back with egg on their face, maybe it won't be quite as messy, right? Oh, the Niners, they did everything that they could. Saleh was their guy. That was the guy they were locked into from the start. They're really, really trying, guys. They're trying really, really hard to get Saleh, offering him everything he wants, right? They're even giving him a puppy. Whatever the hell Robert Saleh wants, he gets, right? And then Robert takes a head coaching job somewhere. And the Niners go, well, we tried. We tried our best. And Niner fans, the Niner fans who think that the organization can do no wrong will say, yeah, they really did try. Can't begrudge them for that. They wanted to give Saleh the most money ever. It's not the Niners' fault. Except it is. Except it would be. If Saleh went somewhere else and the Niners didn't have a backup plan and they settle for Brandon Staley, it would be their fault. Again, just like Nick Sorensen. Am I right or am I right?